you feel like you work your butt off day after day, week after week, year after year, but you still don't feel successful? Or do you work hard all day, every day, but you never feel like you're done? There's no stopping point. I'm going to give you 4 reasons why this is probably happening and lots of practical ideas of how to fix this so you can enjoy your life much more. Let me quick introduce myself. My name is Kate Wood. I am an integrative health and wellness coach. I love helping women reduce their stress, overcome overwhelm, and live more comfortably in their bodies and in their emotions so they can live more joyful lives. So are you ready to hop right in? Number 1 is that we are trying to prove our worth through our work. We're always trying to look like we're working really hard, and we are working hard, but we feel like if we're not accomplishing a lot, if we're not checking a lot of things off our to-do list, if people catch us sitting down and resting or our house in an imperfect state, we feel like it reduces our value actually as a person. And this may not be something that you are doing consciously, but you're like, why do I have this drive? Why can I never just be comfortable being me? Why am I always working? And this could be a big reason. So a couple solutions I have for you. Number 1 is just to start discovering who you are outside of your work, outside of your production. There's a lot more to you. Maybe talents that you have, things that you like, things that you don't like, funny quirks about you. I dare you to pay attention to them and even journal them out, because I want you to remember that you are a person first outside of the work you do. And if you're a believer, I dare you to remember whose you are. I am a daughter of God, I believe. And so that gives me tremendous value. Whether I'm sitting still or whether I'm running around doing something, God still loves me. He doesn't ask me to earn his love or salvation, right? It's a free gift. But sometimes we kind of forget that and we keep working. So trying to prove your worth through your work. Can you tell I'm trying not to stumble over my words? A great way to feel unsuccessful, right? You're never going to feel like you hit the finish line on that one. Number 2, and this again is probably not conscious. You're not consciously doing this, but you are trying to avoid something big time. It could be experiencing emotions that feel big or scary to you. It could be a relationship problem that you are trying to avoid, so you just stay busy. It could be the reality of a situation that you don't want to face. So there's lots of things that we can be running from, but the problem here is we're never solving it. We're never getting to the root, and we're going to run ourselves into the ground. Running around working hard on your house or your business is not going to help your relationship. In the end, it may actually hurt you, and it may hurt your relationship or make it even more precarious. Just pay attention. If you're like, I don't know why I work so hard and why I never feel successful, it could be because you're running from something and the work is really kind of secondary, right? It's kind of a buffer. It's kind of a distraction from what's really going on in your life. Number 3, you actually are successful. Yay! But you're not giving yourself any credit. I see women do this all the time. I'm like, hey, what's your goal? And they'll tell me, I want to do this. And then they will hit it. And then they just breeze right by it. They don't celebrate whatsoever. They're on to the next goal. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Can't we celebrate this one a second? Like, you worked hard for that. So I believe you have lots of successes in your life. You just need to look for them. And sometimes we don't recognize them because we don't recognize the small wins. We're going for this big goal, but we're not celebrating the little steps each day or each week that we're taking to get there. You are going to be so much more motivated and so much more likely to keep going toward the goal if you celebrate those wins. I even kind of do a little woohoo when I check something off my to-do list because I feel happy, I feel accomplished. So I know that might sound silly, but I encourage my clients to celebrate the smallest of wins. A lot of times we give away our own joy by not being like, hey, that's good. And I bet you're really good at pointing out the great things that other people are doing around you, maybe that your kids are doing. So just turn that talent for recognizing those positives on yourself. So I want you to celebrate like a whole bunch. It might feel like you're celebrating excessively. And I don't mean like buying yourself a new car or eating a huge ice cream. I'm talking about like a little woohoo, happy dance, tell somebody else, hey, I did this. And hopefully you have supportive friends or community or coach who's like, yes, I'm so proud of you. So don't be afraid to share it either. And 2, just notice your small improvements. Maybe you're trying to track food and you're feeling kind of like a failure. You're not feeling very successful. because you're going over your calorie limit every day. And I'm not saying that you need to track your food or track your calories, okay? I'm just using this as an example. But I think it's amazing if you track one meal. If you track all of them, great, that's progress. We don't need to make it like, I have to stay under my calories. This is the only way I can win. Create many different ways for you to win. I want you to taste success so that you keep going. Feeling like you're improving or doing great things is a great way to keep you doing things on the days where you don't feel as much like doing it, because you'll remember that feeling and you'll start to create the identity of a person who takes good care of their health or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Let's move on to number 4. You don't feel successful or you never feel done because you are not creating stopping points. You're looking at your calendar or your to-do list and it's endless. It's like a forever work schedule, a forever taking care of your home schedule. Break it down into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces so that you can be like, yes, I accomplished that. Even if it's like, I dusted my house. Maybe you didn't clean your whole house. I don't care. Personally, I'm actually about to donate my Martha Stewart home handbook or whatever. I'm about to donate it because I was like, you know what? It just doesn't interest me. I'm not going to be like her. That's okay. I still have tremendous value, as does Martha. Break it up into smaller pieces so you have those wins. Maybe you have a time of day that they're like, this is quitting time and I'm done. Maybe that's like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Maybe it's when your work day ends. Of course, moms go home and do a lot more work too, right? But maybe there's a time of day where you put your feet up. You read a good book, you do some self-care, whatever it is. I would really encourage you to set and try to stick with a quitting time so that you're giving yourself automatic permission to go ahead and rest. That is a beautiful thing. A stopping point could be the end of a project, but don't make it like a year-long project. Maybe the task that you are doing today, that's your thing. And when you cross it off, boop, you get that feeling of completion. Moms don't often get that because like you do the dishes, 3 seconds later, like the sink is full again. I don't know how that happens. I have 5 kids. I don't think it matters how many kids you have. It just ends up full again. Same thing with laundry. Same thing with cleaning. Things we do that seem to get undone. So as soon as that delicious dinner is on the table, give yourself a woohoo. You could say it out loud and really make your kids wonder. Make your family question what's going on. Give yourself those woohoos and be like, hey, that's a stopping point. I got dinner done on Friday. Amazing. Yes, I'm going to do it again tomorrow on Saturday, but today, woo, yay. Give yourself some time off on the weekend. I made the mistake, because I am a business owner, of working on the weekends, and I shouldn't have done it because it was all a blur of like the same. Like there was always work. Every day was work. And I was thinking, well, I homeschool my kids. I need to squeeze my business in wherever I can. And I was convicted, and my husband was like, dude, don't be working on Sundays. Like you need a Sabbath rest. And I have a quitting time of about 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings. I'll do a little bit of work in the morning and that's it. Maybe you don't have to work at all. That would be great. It can be easy, especially if you really believe in something like I do with my business, Kate Wood Coaching. It could be that you're just used to working and never stopping. Whatever it is, you still need rest. You got to balance out the work with the rest. Otherwise, the work gets like, it all starts to feel hard. You feel tired. You get burnt out. You may be getting sick more often. You're feeling more stress. There's a lot of reasons why it's not good and not beneficial to you. So create those stopping points so you get your rest, but also so you can celebrate, right? It's twofold. I hope that helps you. I want you to feel accomplished. I want you to feel like you can stop your work and you can rest, right? When it's time to work, work, baby. And when it's time to rest, enjoy it. No guilt. You're like, whoo, put your feet up and love it. That is a life skill that I want you to have. I want you to pass it down to your kids. I bet your kids are pretty good at relaxing. Mine are. But they need to see mom and dad doing these things, taking care of themselves, taking breaks, not being workaholics and stress balls, right? So thank you for joining me. Please subscribe, hit that little notification bell so that when I post, which I do every week, you can definitely jump in and see my new content. Also, if you're interested in getting coaching, either one-on-one or group coaching, I do both, you're welcome to visit my website, katewoodcoaching.com, and find out how we might be able to work together. I love to support people on their journey for better health and wellness, less stress, less overwhelm. Doesn't that sound good? I'll see you next time.